All right, good morning everyone. My name is Jason. I'm the appler of the team. This is Ken Le and Harry, our programmers on the project. We're dealing with SocialSurvey. So my day job, I'm a part-time grad student. My day job is as a lecturer here in engineering. I teach about 1,500 undergraduate students per year. I drive a lot of what I do based on surveys that I take of the students. You know, what was the impact of my teaching methods and things like that. So surveys are really integral to what I do. And surveys are integral to a lot of what engineering or education researchers do. Okay? So, but there's two things we face. One is low response rate. You know, not having enough students who are surprisingly want to drop their video games to come and do a survey for me, right? It's not that common. And then the other thing is, if we do use other techniques to try and encourage them, like rewards or prizes or things like that, then it can also encourage dishonesty in the answers. So, oh, they're going to give me a prize, so I'll just go in and hit A every time down the way, just so I get my name in the list. Okay. So the goal of SocialSurvey is to counter those 2 points. So we want to make taking a research survey fun in some way to increase motivation using gamification. So game motivations that people have, things that motivate people to play video games, we want to tap into that. We also want to encourage more honesty in the surveys by tapping into the competitive nature of people. So through the game dynamics, we actually make it, we tie the success in the progress in the game to how honest your answers are. Okay? So, to give you an idea of problem with response rate, I'll give you a real example to make this real. NESE is an international survey we do with undergraduate students. This is actual data from our 2006 for our engineering students. We got about a just over a 14% response rate. So if that says, that sample says, oh, about 25% of our female population, because of our response rate, really what we can say is we're pretty sure there's between 16 and 36% females in first year engineering, which is not an acceptable level of accuracy, right? And that's one of the limiting factors on that is our response rate. Then about the honesty, there's actually even this NESE survey has been called into question on how accurate it is for actually reflecting student growth. So we'll talk a little bit about the design overview now.
Okay, so here's the overall block diagram of our application. On the left side is the mobile app side, so that would be the survey templates, the monsters, some of the questions. On the right side would be the web service, which would be the user data, energy, progress levels, the amount of goal they have, the user has. So those stuff will be saved on the website component. Yep.
So the idea of the game is that you are a knight in a realm and you are challenging other people to quiz battles. So, switch to Dr. And you progress towards from being a lowly knight to a lord or lady if you can get right to the end.
So suppose you have about 5 minutes, you're waiting in line, so you turn on the SocialSurvey app. This is the first time you open it during the day, so you probably will see a treasure chest. It's like a daily chest. And then it gives you a random reward. You got 950 gold, that's pretty good. And then you look at yourself, oh, you're pretty short on energy, so I guess we can do a recover energy survey. So the key here is that all the surveys are kept pretty short. We keep it in around 3 questions, so that it keeps the game interesting and the user can come back and do more surveys as they need to recover energy. So usually we will try to answer that question honestly because what the answers to this question will be linked. So if you answer them correctly, there's better chances that you'll get better rewards later on in the game. We'll talk more about that later. So now I have energy. I'll probably want to challenge somebody. Let's say I'll challenge Jason. So now I'll be answering questions about Jason. So here I will try to guess if he's a Canadian citizen. Basically, I'll try to answer these questions. Okay.
So now, I'm Jason, and then now, so later in the day, I come to the app and I log in using my own credential. So I log in as Jason. Okay, so there. Okay, so I see on my feed, I have the last thing that has happened. So the first thing I saw is that, okay, so I challenged Surface out before, and then now I can see the result of that battle. So I click on that, I see that it was a tie. So when there's a tie, we both get like a small reward on the progress and the goal. But then now I see that I'm under attack by Surface a lot too, so I decided to respond to the challenge. At this time, I always have the choice to decline the challenge, or if I don't want to accept the challenge, or I can accept in this case. And then now I answer a question about Surface a lot, based on what I know about him. So I'm just going to pick some guess. So after I respond to the challenge, so this is the battle result page where you can see that I won this case. I got 2 answers right, and then he got 0 answers right. And then I was rewarded 200 gold and 3 progress. But then the gold and progress that was being rewarded is actually dependent on how many answers that Surface got right. So if in this case Surface got 4 right, then I would be getting like 1,000 gold and like 10 progress. Well, just because that he knows he was able to get answer right about me. And that encourages honesty in the survey taking in the first step. So now the goal in this game is that what I really want to do is to advance that progress to 100 as fast as possible, because the first one who gets to 100, they are able to receive a real world prize. So now another choice I can do is to do a monster battle, where here I encounter a stone giant. And the monster battle is dependent on your current location, because right now we are in Toronto. The questions are about Toronto. So now I have to answer a question about Toronto. So for the first question, let's say I don't know the answer. I can always use a power like the sword to slash away a wrong answer, and that actually it costs gold to use. And I can keep on doing that until I end up with the answer that was the only answer. And also I can use the scroll to bypass the question if I don't know about the question. And then I can keep on going. And then in the end, the idea is that here I can progress the game as fast as possible.
Okay, so key feedback is not, the first one is not uncommon. You're hearing a lot of we should have talked to users first. So we have 2 different users. One is our researchers. I did talk to them a little bit into it, and then we had to rework a lot of our approach because of sample selection validity. So they gave me some great feedback there. Would have been great 3 weeks before that. Better team communication. We went in, we're all 3 of us are working full time, and this is a part-time for us. So that was a big challenge, and we should have put some more effort into making sure we got together more often. Future work, create more web-based management platform for a lot of the things like creating survey questions and things like that. Use Facebook login to generate extra questions. Right now, if you haven't done enough surveys, it can cause some problems because I can't do a quiz battle if the app doesn't have enough data about you. Trash talk channel to try and bring a little bit of social into this. You know, if I'm challenging people, I want to, trash talk them to try and goad them into attacking me or whatever it is. And then we're still long. We haven't gotten an ethics approval yet, but so probably a class trial not until the fall. But thank you very much. Any questions?
Creation of service.
No, that's another app.
So it's all, this is all.
Yeah, but like you can sign up through the app and sign in with Facebook within the app.
I see, but the creation of the surveys, everything is done on the phone itself.
The creation of the survey is so in the backend we have the database that manages on the survey, but there was no user interface for like say Jason to type in the survey himself.
From that.
Yeah.
Okay. I have one question.
I'm a little confused as to how the nature of the game encourages honesty.
Okay, so what happens is when I recover energy, I'm putting answers into the survey, unanswered research questions. If I fake all of those answers, if I just hit A every time, then that's the data that's stored under my account.
Yeah.
When you do a quiz battle with another person, everyone, you get more rewards if you go back and forth and you get lots of correct answers and then you just nudge over the top. If nobody ever gets any questions right about me, I never get big rewards. So if I fake all my survey,
I wondered that, 'cause
how does people know what my fake answers were?
that wasn't quick, because
Yeah.
it seemed like there was an incentive to put in fake answers, because then other people wouldn't be able to answer.
No, see,
Then I'd always win.
you could play the game that way, but you'll never get ahead of the game
Oh,
because
okay, so
the rewards are crippled because
Yeah.
it's kind of flagged.
So to give an example.
No, that's okay. I think it was,
Okay.
it was explained. Cool.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.